I think Krystal was awesome. You know, complete game, 2-hitter, 1 unearned run. I thought she was in control the whole time. Only 2 singles, 1 in the 5-6 hole, 1 up the middle, so no extra base hits. I thought Bailey did a nice job catching her. Steph called a good game. And then really the first inning was good for us offensively with the 3 runs and gave her a cushion and gave her a little confidence. But really other than that, I was kind of disappointed with the next 5 innings offensively. We kind of sat on that 3-run lead. And, after we lose 2 at South Carolina, I want to see some more fire. And then also the 3 errors were, plays that we should be making. A dribbler to third, second base, and then a drop ball at first. So we got to make those plays and just, play better for the weekend. But, a win's a win.
What do you think the best part, like you said, right now, hitting, you were a little disappointed, but what's the best thing the girls are doing right now?
Well, tonight the execution was pretty good because Alyssa got that squeeze in. We had a couple hit and runs that people might not have known about, but the ball was struck really hard. One time it was on the wall and they caught it and they made a play. So execution has been better. Still, when we get a runner at third, it should be, an automatic run. And I think we had a ground out to first, and then I can't remember if Bailey got her in, but just continuing an inning offensively instead of having a stall. I'll take a sac fly even from the next kid. So we need to do a better job of continuing innings, passing the baton down, and finding a way to get on.
Playing teams like Georgia Tech and having a mid-game week, how do you think that helps you prepare for SEC play?
Well, Georgia State. I said Georgia Tech.
Sorry.
That's okay. A game, it kind of gets the taste out of South Carolina out of your mouth. And, Krystal pitches a great game. She gets an opportunity. Taylor Clark got in, Caroline Hardy got in, Kaylin Davis got to play the field. So there was different people that got to play as well. Chloe Anderson gets a start out in left field. We rested Maris tonight, so things like that, that's a positive. They get game experience, and we're going to need everybody down the stretch. So that's probably the biggest positive. People got to play. Krystal, she pitched 7 innings, and I thought she looked good for 7.
And then moving forward to this weekend, what's one thing you want the girls to focus on in order to get the win this weekend?
I think, the negative on Sunday was we left 11 people on base. So I think tonight it was maybe 9. I don't remember, but again, it was a few too many. It was 9. So we got to score people in scoring position and really, put the hammer down. Because Georgia's a good offensive team. They're going to score runs, but we need to take care of our offensive side of it because I think our pitchers will do a good job, but our hitters need to match the pitchers.
That's all I have for you.
Do you have an update on KB Sides after she went out?
I haven't yet, and I think the doctor's waiting for me. So I'd asked in the team meeting, but they said we were going to meet after this.
What is Georgia?
I know she got a little cleat mark on her forearm from Skylar. So
it was a
she
forearm
got
to
yeah.
What's the biggest threat does Georgia pose to you this weekend?
They swing the bat. Their shortstop has a 1 home run lead over Bailey. I think she has 20, and she's a very good hitter. But up and down their lineup, they swing the bat hard. They got some speed at the top. It's a typical Georgia offense. They mix in the speed with the pop, and they're very aggressive on the bases. Have to pay attention to everybody. They'll take 2 bases with 2 outs. It's going to be a well-coached team, and whenever we play them, it's a great series. And I think this weekend with A-Day being after us, it adds a little bit to that. Hopefully, there's a big crowd. And I tweeted this, but the bus stop that goes to Bryant-Denny is literally 30 yards outside the road stadium, so they can watch it to the very end and then just sprint across the street and get on the bus and go to the football game. So, and TV for all 3 games too, so it's going to be fun.
You talked all season about responding, and whether you play well, whether you play poorly. But what would be your grade overall of the way the team responded to this past weekend and tonight's performance?
From Sunday, maybe a C+. Krystal was great. I keep going back to her. Bailey was good behind the plate. but I think we had 8 hits, and could have hit the ball harder, and continued innings. So I'd probably say C+.
Talk about Alyssa Brown's performance at the top of the order. You've kind of alternated between her and Kaylee Tal for most of the season at that top of the order, but Alyssa's been there in recent games. Kind of 2 hits tonight. Kind of talk more about her performance at that top of the order.
Well, she's been awesome, and just this past weekend, I think she hit over 400 and was on base. And she's when she steals, they throw it into center, and she's sliding into third. So, we got a runner at third, no outs in the first inning, and boom, that's an automatic run. So she's been playing great defense. She's been getting on. Her jumps have been awesome when she steals, and we're going to get her to 50. I think she's 31 now, so she's got a couple more to go. But she's been very consistent. So I've been really pleased with her. So I'm glad you brought her up.
So you kind of like having Brown and Tal, kind of that 1-2 combo in the lineup?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what the matchup look like for Georgia, but. Alyssa's just been, her on base is going up too. That was a negative in the early season, but her on base is over 400, so I really like that. And then, obviously she's a threat to steal. And then with Tal being a left-handed hitter, that's a big barrier for a catcher to have to look through when Alyssa's at first. And that's what, I prefer having a lefty in the 2-hole to block the view of the catcher. So she fulfills that role perfectly.